Hey guys, Zennosh here and welcome to Exos Heroes, and today let's talk about the Black Fatecore selection ticket. The main question being, who are you supposed to select, right? So let's get this started. So if you are a beginner and you are really in rush in order to clear out a lot of story contents, especially up to chapter 10, so that you can unlock so many contents in the game right off the bat, then I would strongly advise you guys to pick a fast guardian units like, let's say, Fatecore Ranger right here, Fatecore Baelish, or Fatecore Magi, or Fatecore Anastasia. Alright, so what's so special about them is that like they have that dragon blood, dragon wrath, and the dragon scale effect, which will allow them to solo so many contents right away ASAP without any problem at all. Okay, yeah, up to chapter 10, no problem, just use them, no any other units required, just them, and you will be able to solo so many contents right away. That's how good and effective they really are. Okay, so just trust them. And Fatecore Anastasia being the best. Why? Because she can heal herself just in case if somehow your health drops low, she can totally heal herself, so you can totally auto her without any problem at all. That's why Fatecore Anastasia is actually going to be a really great unit, especially in the early game contents. But when we are looking into the late game contents, she's definitely gonna be falling off the grace. Okay, she's kind of like a little bit like a trash unit if you are going to consider the late game contents. Alright, that said, you can be a little bit safe if you are going to select the Fatecore Magi right over here, because not only that she's great for the early game contents, but also in the late game contents. If you are going to use her in the Wasted Red team, she's going to be a really great help, okay, in order to provide a really good unkillable team for Wasted Red. But with the Misty around, she is kind of restricted a little bit even more. Okay, now that said, let's move on to the next stuff. Okay, so you are not a beginner and you are in the like late game contents, I mean like in the mid game contents, or let's say late game contents already. So which are the units that you should be really focusing on? Then, well, I would say please try to go for the Fatecore Adams right away. There are so many contents where I have really missed him, man. He is very unique, very one-of-a-kind type unit. First of all, he's a Banga unit. Okay, with the Banga unit, he has this amazing effect known as Hard Strike that will allow you to deal a lot of damage to a single target right over there without any problem at all. And he's a really great unit, especially against the boss fights. Okay, boss units are usually the one with the maximum health, and that's going to be the target where he is, which he is actually going to inflict the Hard Strike on. And with that Hard Strike, you will be able to decrease the attack speed of the target by 20 points, decrease the defense of the target by 1000 points. That's a lot. You will be able to keep on dealing passive damage over and over again from time to time, and you can even inflict the target with the blind effect as well, which will just allow you to dodge any kind of attack incoming from that blind opponent. So no damage at all from that target, so it's just too good. And he's a really amazing single target nuker. 4 mana cost, burst damage effect, and 750% damage to one enemy. It is already doing a lot of damage, and with the help of signature force damage coming from the Stories Republic Jinai, you will be able to deal even more damage with this one right away. His first active skill and second active skill both can deal some really heavy damage, so don't really slip on it. Okay, it's really amazing indeed. So Fatecore Adams can actually get you through so many pesky situations, especially in the PvE contents, and thanks to a really good upgrade to the Stories Republic lately, he's definitely, he's gonna be a really great unit even for the PvP battles. Alright, so Fatecore Adams, really amazing unit. Alright, he's definitely must be a fast priority, especially if you are in mid-game contents already. If you have already cleared chapter 10 and you are pretty good already, then you should be going for Fatecore Adams if you don't have him right away. That said, the next unit that you should be really going after is definitely going to be the Fatecore Annie. Fatecore Annie can provide that Burning Soul effect to the fastest unit in your team, and with that Burning Soul effect, your fastest unit, like let's say Fatecore Baraka, Fatecore Rera, and so on and on, will be able to receive 3 bonus mana, like 2 turns of damage immunity and critical hit rate boost by 300% as well. Okay, so that is really good. That's a lot that you are asking, and Burning Soul is gonna provide it to you guys right away. It's a really great stuff, guys. Not only that, Fatecore Annie is really capable of dealing very amazing damage output as well, thanks to her second active skill. Just like Bathory, she can deal some heavy AoE damage to the opponents, and even with the first active skill, especially if she's boosted by Fatecore Radley, she can deal some crazy damage with a crazy Pierrot. Okay, not only that, she's going to be able to silence the opponents, but also some crazy damage after 5 turns. So yes, Fatecore Annie, really great unit, man. She's like a gold Fatecore unit, like a pseudo gold Fatecore unit. Like, she's really that good. That Burning Soul effect is just to get. Now that said, The next unit that you should be really putting your eye open is gonna be the Black Fatecore Baraka. This guy is so good, boosted by so many mechanics in the game. Signature Force, Blue Fatecore, memory boost. He has that like core memory boost and so much more. Even that Chaos type attack boost from the Fatecore Rara, the Blue Fatecore Rara, and so much more, guys. Like, there's so many things that has really influenced him in order to make him so powerful out there. He can deal some really good damage, and his speed is really good. His attack speed is really awesome, man. With those kind of stats being around, he definitely can totally dominate the opponents with very low mana cost right over here. 2 mana for his first active skill, which can actually even reset his own turn. And with his mana plunder effect, he can actually keep on providing a really good mana to the DPS allies, okay, for the back row. And with his second active skill with only 3 cost, he is actually going to deal some really crazy single target nuke damage. The only problem is that, like, he doesn't have any burst effect, but no problem at all. Even without that one, he actually does pretty fine, okay? If he actually manages to land a critical hit on any kind of opponent out there, you can pretty much consider them dead. That's how good he really is, okay? So yes, that's the thing. And he has Awakening effect, which is actually going to be a really great help, and so on and on, guys. Really amazing unit. That's going to be the Black Fatecore Baraka, being blessed by so many upgrade mechanics in the game, so many booster or buff mechanics in the game. He just performs so good, okay? That said, the another unit that actually comes into my mind is definitely going to be the Fatecore Deva, okay? With the signature force of Exos Republic, she is unchained. She can actually deal some really heavy damage to the opponents out there, especially if the opponent does not have the Fatecore Tantal in the PvP matches, or let's say in the Arcverse. She is gonna go totally mad, okay, totally crazy indeed. Because, like, whenever she is going to deal critical damage, she is going to double the damage. Yes, increases own critical damage by double. That's a lot. And with her second active skill, she can even kill the most toughest boss in the game right away. Yeah, and like, you can even witness her actually just one hitting the boss units in the core raid events. That's how good she really is. So it's not a really good idea to, you know, like, to ignore her. She definitely can deal a lot of damage, and thanks to the signature force damage, she can even, like, clear out a lot of opponents right away as soon as the battle starts in the PvP matches. Just 2 mana effect and 76% damage to all enemy, even though it has a low modifier, but thanks to the signature force of the Exos Republic, she can actually kill so many units out there without any problem at all, especially if she has to crit. My god, look at this, increases on critical damage by double, okay? So yeah, that's the thing out there. And she's even great for the Holy Dragon Ground. And that's that, guys. Really great unit for both PvP and PvE con, especially if in PvP con you don't have Fatecore Tantal in your opponent's side, then she definitely is gonna have easy time in decimating the opponents, okay? So that's it, that's gonna be the Fatecore Deva. And now, that's it, the next unit that actually comes into my mind, or pops into my mind, is definitely going to be the Fatecore Morris. Oh my god, this little dude is so good. First of all, guys, he's also like he is also a Banga hero, just like the Fatecore Adams, being able to inflict the hard strike on the opponents. That said, he has one of the best burst damage out there. Single target, 1050% damage to one enemy, 5 mana cost, and it's a burst effect, meaning, like, if he has extra mana, he's gonna consume all the mana around, and he's going to deal some extra heavy damage to the opponent. That's that. And he can actually keep on improving the attack stats of the allies, especially if you are going to use him in the Lenum team. It's just gonna be so good. He just keeps on boosting the attack stats of the allies over and over and over again. Look at this, increases attack of the allies by 30% of own attack for 7 turns. Not only that, thanks to his passive skill effect, a buff, increases attack of allies by 20% for 4 rounds. There is another attack boost. Tempering, when the battle starts, increases the attack of all allies by 10%. More attack boost right over there, guys. This guy is gonna allow you to deal some insane damage against your opponents out there. Morris, that's the Morris. Hear his name, remember his name, and it's gonna be a really great help, especially if you are focusing on the Lenum team, where you are trying to build a team over Fatecore Raquel, Fatecore Baraka, Fatecore Jeon, and so much more. Alright, so yeah, that's that. And now, that said, the last unit that actually comes into my mind is actually gonna be this Fatecore Lepin, okay? She not only just revives the allies, she can even make those revived allies immune to damage for 1 time. And that is really good, okay? And thanks to her first active skill, she can even reset the turn of a ally as well, and that's even better. So yeah, very good healer, very good reviver, providing that damage immunity effect, and on top of that one provides some turn resets as well. So yes, Fatecore Lepin is going to be a really great help, especially for the beginners out there. If you are having some trouble against your opponents where you are actually kind of getting killed over and over and over again, and in order to revive all the allies, Fatecore Lepin can be a really great choice. Okay, now that said, some might actually want to refer the Fatecore Ramsey. It's kind of technical. Okay, you can actually go with this Fatecore Ramsey right over here. Fast Guardian unit, best for the beginners out there as well, and can nullify the heal effect. That can be quite helpful, but only in certain cases. Okay, not usable all the time. That said, the another unit is gonna be the Fatecore Jean. Just as honorary mention, okay, Desperado Jean. Yes, he's kind of great against the fast Guardian units, but he's kind of complicated. His mechanic does not seem to work the way you want right away. It's kind of really hard to just make it perfect for him to work really nicely. Okay, so yes, there are so many things that might actually hinder him working perfectly. So yeah, that's that, guys. And other units, not really that much worth looking into. Okay, so yeah, that is pretty much it. If you guys have different opinion, please do let me know in the comments section below. As a summary, I would say if you are a beginner and if you are really in rush to clear up so many story contents right away, especially up to chapter 10, so that you can unlock a lot of contents in the game, please try to focus on the fast Guardian units, especially this fast Guardian unit known as the Fatecore Anastasia. Is going to be a really great help to you guys. All you need to do is just put them alone in the battlefield. Try to give them the best defense sets or defense gears, and they will be actually working real fine. And if you are in the mid-game content or late-game content, definitely I would really recommend you guys going for the Fatecore Adams right over here. Really great unit, being able to deal some really crazy damage against the single target opponents out there, and he is definitely going to be a really great help in the most of the PvE contents, being able to take down the boss units right away. He has a great synergy with the Fatecore Genai or Genai. And next is gonna be definitely this this Fatecore Annie, being able to provide the Burning Soul effect. It's a really great offensive boost to your fastest ally in the team. Fatecore Rera and Fatecore Baraka, or let's say Fatecore Radley, are the one who actually usually benefits a lot from her. Okay, next is gonna be the Fatecore Morris. Definitely a great unit, being able to use nuke a single target real good. Very amazing unit, being able to provide attack boost to all the allies in the team, so that actually makes him really amazing. Very offensive unit indeed, not only through the passive effect but also through the active effects. Next is gonna be definitely the the Black Fatecore Baraka, being able to deal very heavy damage. Very fast unit indeed, and a very core unit for the Lenham team together with the Fatecore Raquel. And next is definitely going to the Fatecore Lepin, being able to heal your allies and also being able to revive them as well. Really great unit. And if you are actually looking forward for swift assassination of the opponents, then Fatecore Deva can be a really great help, because he actually doubles the critical damage. So if you just manage to kill get the critical damage, your opponents are gonna suffer a lot. Okay, not only in the PvE but also in the PvP content. So that's actually very crazy insane. So those are the units that I have to really recommend to you guys, and that's that. See you guys in the next video.